It's exciting to see so many skilled chart analysts speculating about whether XRP's second significant pump in this market cycle is the right moment for it to take off. In the past, XRP has experienced two significant pumps in each cycle, the previous one and the one that preceded it. These have been separated by roughly 6 months of sideways price movement. What we've been observing lately is fairly consistent with that pattern. Things are beginning to appear to be flipping, and this may be the time when it truly takes off, according to many chart experts. I've been reading through a ton of expert XRP chart analysis, and I included all of those findings in my most recent Moon Lambo Hot Jam. The key query is whether XRP moment to shine has finally arrived. A brief reminder. This isn't financial, and I'm not a financial advisor. Don't base your decisions to purchase or sell on anything I write or say. Do your own research at all times. Let's start with a post that drew my attention from chart analyst Rec Capital. He gave his 550,000 followers an intriguing perspective on XRP. He said that what we are witnessing now might actually be the quiet before the storm if Bitcoin's bull market does indeed have 2 to 3 months left. To tell the truth, I wouldn't be shocked if that's precisely how it turns out. Because so many things are coming together at the same time, picture looking back and saying, yep, that was the calm before the storm. For some time, XRP and the rest of the cryptocurrency market have been going sideways. Recently, there hasn't been a lot of erratic price movement, particularly for XRP. In actuality, its range has been getting smaller and smaller, although this is frequently the case just before a significant event. It feels lifeless, appears dull. Individuals may become quite agitated, and then everything appears to happen at once. It's funny how it works. In fact, many observers think there may be some significant activity this summer. Therefore, it is not implausible to assume that things will begin sooner rather than later. Nevertheless, some well-known analysts believe that this could continue until 2026. I'm only sharing what's being discussed here, not picking sides. Raoul Pal stands out as an expert. He founded Real Vision and Global Macro Investor and serves as their CEO. He used to work at Goldman Sachs too. In addition, he owns XRP and believes it is feasible based on what he has observed on the charts. I have previously discussed this on my channel. Given that cycles are taking longer, this cycle may really extend into 20 and 26. We'll find out soon enough, but several analysts have been putting forward strong arguments regarding this. If past events are any indication, a significant event might begin as early as this summer. We'll likely have our response much sooner rather than later if that's the case. Take a look at this Ethereum update from chart analyst Mikey Bull Crypto. He's observing that Ethereum appears to be preparing to exit its current range by coiling up. He asserts that the bear trap has already occurred and that the likelihood of an upward move is increasing. Hearing what experts have to say about Ethereum is always fascinating, especially since it frequently ushers in altcoin seasons. Mikey is not alone in noticing this pattern. Numerous analysts are suggesting that Ethereum may make a breakthrough. I wanted to repost this excellent post from Chart Analysts, a reliable cryptocurrency. Someone recently reshared this with some additional insights, which I had initially posted on July 5th. I so felt it was worthwhile to go over again. In addition, I simply adore this topic. Check out the USD vs RP chart here. According to Credible Crypto, XRP exhibits some of the market's most transparent and orderly, impulsive price movements. With a debut price of just 50 cents, it is second only to Bitcoin. Even more thrilling is the fact that XRP has been consolidating above its prior all-time high monthly close for the past 8 months. You lack sufficient bullishness. His energy is incredible, and I have to give him a lot of credit. Indeed, for maximum impact, I included a few claps. To be honest, this is not how he typically speaks. Seeing him this motivated is exciting. He genuinely thinks that most people are still unaware of how big this is going to be. Not even the bullish crowd is sufficiently optimistic. He claims that he is certain that XRP will reach double digits this cycle. He's mentioning a peak of $20 to $30. And he's not the only one who believes that this information was gleaned from a post by chart analyst Nick. also known as the Crypto Crusader, who has a reputation for correctly predicting XRP breakout in current market cycle. He then shared something intriguing, 8 consecutive monthly candles, and reposted that. Take a moment to process the information. Even though everyone is growing impatient and pessimistic about XRP, it has been trading above $2 for 8 consecutive months, keeping steady and even surpassing the all-time high monthly closes from 2017 and 2018. Isn't that crazy? I've been bringing this up for months, and I must say, it's fantastic. In the history of XRP, this has never occurred before. Above $2, it's simply chilling, not even sweating, cool as a cucumber. Recall the time when it was predicted that XRP would never, ever reach $2. We are currently consolidating during a bull run, comfortably above $2. Or approaching the later phases, when XRP usually makes its most significant movements. The fact that it is currently in consolidation is actually a bullish indication, since the longer anything consolidates, the larger the breakout will be when it does occur. When the price begins to rise once more after this consolidation is finished, many individuals will be rendered dumbfounded by it. The largest wave of this cycle hasn't even arrived yet, and Bitcoin's dominance is still above 60%. Altcoins begin to soar in the last wave, with 5x, 10x, and even 15x profits becoming commonplace. Consider yourself ready. It's likely that you're not quite ready. And to be honest, that's okay. It will be more outrageous than most people anticipate. I believe it's crucial to remember, particularly for all the newcomers who haven't arrived yet, but we'll do so later after learning about something wonderful from a friend. They'll jump in with a lot of energy, but probably during one of the most insane times of the cycle. To be honest, I understand. I visited there in November of 2017. I joined just before one of the most significant alt seasons ever. I understand how daunting it can be, and it was a crazy time. So, yes, I have sympathy for those folks. Here's the problem, though. You're probably not going to be completely ready if you're stepping in at those high-energy periods. When the moment comes, even those of us who have been doing it for a long may not feel prepared. Despite this, Bitcoin's dominance is still robust at over 60%, but it won't last. On the other hand, XRP dominance is probably going to increase when it begins to collapse. As things change, that's just something to anticipate. This is an intriguing post from Zoom, a chart analyst. 4 weeks ago, on Mondays, he said that XRP would start its last run-up in 2 to 4 weeks. And you know what? Here we are. Even while it may not seem like much right now, he is certain that the breakout has already begun. You have to like such positivity, don't you? I hope he's correct. And this is truly the beginning of something significant. Speaking of forecasts, I recently brought up a point in a credible crypto video on Bitcoin. He raised an intriguing point when he stated that shorting Bitcoin at this time is essentially prohibited. Not literally, of course, but because it's possible that Bitcoin has already begun the initial phases of its meteoric rise. He acknowledges that Bitcoin might be headed toward its cycle peak, but he does not imply that this is the most likely scenario. Something like this is obviously not out of the question if that turns out to be the case. The possibility is entirely within reach. All we can do is wait and see what happens. Nevertheless, it's evident that Zoom's chart analysts are quite comfortable with this configuration. It takes a great deal of conviction to propose something like this.